no matter what. I feeling great.
Hello friends, welcome back to Light of Knowledge, welcome back to Godlywood Studio. As usual, our topic is success. And whenever we talk about success, there are many things to take into consideration because all of us are following different ways and different means to achieve success. And for all of us, the definition of success can be different. But there are certain basics for success, and the basics remain always the same. That is what we are trying to do in Light of Knowledge. We are trying to probe into those basic instinct and attitudes and all those moods and mood fluctuations which decide our success or failure in life. Once we understand, once we get a thorough knowledge of these instincts and attitudes, then we can decide which ones we need to keep and which ones we need to discard. So today in Light of Knowledge, we are going to start the series with a very important instinct, that is the instinct of curiosity, the instinct to know everything, the instinct to learn and understand. There are many things in life which we need to understand. And talking about curiosity, by nature, human beings are curious. We all want to know what is happening in the world around. We all want to know the answers of the problems and the good things in our life. So, there is an element of curiosity in everything. But how can we use this instinct in a productive way? Because every instinct can either be good or bad according to how we are using it. So today come let us try to understand, let us try to probe deep into this instinct of curiosity with Rupa Behenji. Rupa Behenji, welcome back to the studio again.
Thank you.
So today we are starting the series. Actually, last episode we have had a wonderful introduction to these instincts and moods. So today we are taking up curiosity. So what is this curiosity, and is it good or bad? How we are going to use it in our life forward?
Curiosity in human life begins from the birth. The child, when it comes to this world, it wants to see everything. This universe itself is full of all wonders. So, in course of the journey of our life, we go on, try to learn, feel astonished. What are the things are existing in this universe? Curiosity is existing in each and every individual. Therefore, we can understand there is a presence of that Chetana. Without that instinct of curiosity, there is no Chetana. That is the power within. So, that itself shows there is a living being in ourselves.
Can we define it in such a way that it is a basic instinct to know what is there to be known, and at times we sometimes want to know everything also?
It depends on each person what they want to know. So, in order to use this instinct of curiosity, we need to draw one circle within ourselves. Why? Because if we just go on know many things in this world, there are endless. And where I will be landing up, I don't know. So, before using this curiosity instinct, I need to choose what I have to learn, why I have to learn, and after knowing that, what I will become. The selection, the choice is
That
very
is very
important.
true, Benji, because I've heard that when you go to university and look at the different subjects, different options you can choose for a 3-year study, it is estimated that there are nearly 1,000 subjects from which you can choose so that you can become a graduate. So there is no point in knowing everything.
No.
So I think this instinct of curiosity come into play when we find out what is it that we want in life, the real major purpose of
I
our
have
life.
to know myself, my instinct, where I have to use. Sometimes in family, what happens? Parents force children by their instincts, by their choice. Their conflict creates. Again, I will be losing my interest, even though I am trying to gain that knowledge, but that will not give me happiness or satisfaction. Like a person who wants to become a singer, he will definitely learn about the lyrics and the singer's life history, how I have to become a good singer, attached to the all these details. If the parents are forcing him to become a doctor. So quite different. The choice is different, taste is different. So that may slowly create a kind of disinterest, and sometimes people may become depressed also by that kind of force.
I think, Benji, especially parents, they have a lot of responsibility because they need to look into the child and try to see where the natural curiosity of the child is flowing to. I have heard in connection with this, in ancient India, we had this custom of taking a newborn baby, or when the baby becomes 6 months or so, into a room which is filled with a lot of kind of tools used for agriculture, for
They
music,
will
for
choose.
education, and they will watch the child, and the child may go to the music tools or the instruments, or and then they decide the future of the child according to it. And when our science and technology grew, we thought this was kind of quite nonsense, and this is stopped now. The natural curiosity of a child need to be taken care of.
That is because present era is become more competitive. I need to learn something for my survival, whether I like it or not. This is the present challenge. And therefore, sometimes I have to keep away my choice, taste. Still, I have to adopt something.
It's a very important point, Benji, because there are a lot of things I learned. For a student, he or she learns a lot of different subjects in school. So, can we say that if any subject which he or she learns is not of his or her own interest, it may not do much good in his life
The
in
result
the
may not
future?
be more fruitful. Therefore, at any time they will jump from that area. Once again, they will search for their choice. And that is why it is better to see what I want. For that, they need so much of confidence in them, and crossing all the limits and select the right one.
That is a very important topic which I want to talk to you, how to find out the purpose. Before going into it, I think we have a lot of unhappy graduates right now who are struggling to find a job. And someone defined a job as just over broke. I'm not broke, I just have something to take me through life. But that is not what we are born for. So, how can we, especially it is a great problem in front of our youth, how can I find out my chief definite purpose?
I need to understand what am I, who am I, and what is my purpose of existing in this universe. I have my own art and my own ability, my own way of expression, my own area where I have to get fitted. I have to gain that one. For that, I need to go on search. Even some hurdles are there, but I need to overcome that one. Sometimes I may have to wait, but you have to wait. And then think for a good opportunity. Sometimes we may not be able to do at a stretch.
Maybe we'll have to ask this question again and again. What is it that I'm made for?
First of all, curiosity. Nowadays, what is happening? People are misusing this instinct to learn many negative side, and therefore filling their mind with so much of negative thoughts, feelings, negative emotions. In other words, I can say like a garbage. And this kind of garbage, one or the other day, I have to throw it out. I cannot hold in my mind longer time. A person who wants to understand how to use this instinct, keep that instinct within him, but wait for a right choice and right time, and then start learning. Not that I have to learn everything from everywhere.
But Benji, it can also happen that sometime I have seen many multi-talented personalities who has a lot of abilities. They can sing, they can write, they can dance, and sometimes it becomes a problem for them which one to concentrate and what is my chief definite aim. So it happens that they just become a jack of all trades and a master of none, as the saying goes. So that also
No,
can become a
your
tragedy.
identity should be one. What you want to become. Either you become a doctor or a spiritualist or a violinist or a singer or a dancer, what actually you want to become. Apart from that, whatever you want to learn will be
But if I am good at everything,
good. It is your ability. You can express that also, but not everything at a time. Again, you have to wait for a right choice. And that is maybe my hobby for my satisfaction. So, instinct, it is natural tendency to learn, and learning itself is life. When we stop learning, we are stopping living. So, this should be continuous. But in this universe, we see there are so many wonders. Not everything I can put in my mind. So I have to select. And most important, wonderful thing, if I don't use it in a right constructive method, then the same instinct may destroy me.
Definitely, Benji, as you told in the introduction, any instinct can go wrong when it is not properly channelized. But before coming into that negative influences of the instinct, I would like to know a little bit more about finding out the real purpose, where our curiosity naturally flows. Because just like the example which I said, when there are multiple talents inside me, still I should isolate one which I like most from the other
You become
talents.
perfect in one. See, a doctor can sing, a doctor can dance, a psychologist can give a lecture to others, not that he has to always see the patients. It is like additional. But what I am and how I am going to express in the world. So that should be very clear. And what instincts I am using to learn, whether it is giving me happiness, whether it is giving me contentment, satisfaction, this is what I wanted to learn. Many times they brew the past. Oh, I wanted to become this, I did not become. In my childhood, parents did not give me option, so they forced me. Doesn't matter. That was the part of life, but now you have a choice. Now again you can struggle, you can stand up and you can learn. So that instinct you can use at any time, then it gives lot of satisfaction. In today's youth or children and even elders, we see the instinct of this tendency is more misused by learning many things which are not really useful.
Again, that may be because they are still confused about what is their chief definite purpose. They think that they can do this, they can do that, and they cannot put their mind, channelize their mind into one thing. And Benji, coming into curiosity again, I think it is the seat of all the learning which human being does. Coming into learning, actually, what is learning?
Learning is to know what subject I want to understand, and while understanding, what is the benefit I get. Usually, what happens, people or anybody, if somebody says, don't go to this room, I have a tendency to go to that room only. If somebody says, don't go and visit this place, then I will plan one day, what is there, let me see. This is like a negative side of using that instinct of curiosity. So, here, learning means becoming. What I become, that should give benefit to myself and also others. It is not that I learn for fun, okay, but whether it is giving me happiness or contentment or simply I waste my valuable time. Sometimes people say, I learned all these courses, I went to this university, I went to this organization, learned so many things, and finally nothing was useful and lot of time was wasted. So, this kind of repentance should not be there. So, we have a power of choice. We have to go on choose what I have. Like for example, simple example, morning everybody reads newspaper. All things will be there. Nowadays we know what will be there. So, when we read newspaper, we have to choose. Anyway, I am giving money, I am getting newspaper, it is my property. So, I read each and every line and fill my mind with all that garbage. So, definitely I become sleepless, I become more and more depressed, I become more restless.
What you mean to say is that we are kind of paying for garbage and
Yes.
taking the garbage into our mind every morning. So, what you mean to say that the power of choice is necessary in
Very
order
much
to
necessary.
channelize this
Yes.
instinct of curiosity? Benji, coming back into learning, we learn a lot in schools and colleges, and we get a good job, maybe a good career, and we get settled in our life, and still amassing all the material wealth. After a few days, sometimes we find the hard truth that this is not what I wanted actually. I lack peace of mind, I have a lot of stress and strain. Still, that happiness which I was searching was not there. So, what is it that we have to learn in life? If you can give it in some one or two sentences so that our audience can actually apply it from day one, what can
See,
be
in
it?
all universities, whatever we get education, It is something we understand, know the subjects, and by that we try to earn something for our survival, and also we try to create more property, more wealth, and give that property to our children or kith and kin, doesn't matter. But once at the end of the life journey, every individual will definitely have what is that I carrying with me. Throughout my life, I struggled, I learned, I put my valuable time and all my energy. Okay, I gathered so much of wealth, but now my time is coming to an end. What I carry from this world? So, this question can only give the answer when we put this curiosity instinct towards the spiritual dimension. For the simple reason, we are not human beings, but we are spiritual beings in a human body. So, what all we are learning, it is only to take care of our body. We feed, we gain clothes, we build houses, bungalows, and keep bank balance, and ultimately nothing is with us. So, what is that we carry? So, if that answer is there in us, then our life will be more fruitful.
I think, Benji, since we are coming into the spiritual dimension, I think we will end this episode by a few minutes of meditation so that our audience can also participate in that. Before going into the meditation, can you very quickly tell us about the negative use of this instinct and how we can stop it?
Negative instinct, you see, when I am more curious to know everything, then what is happening in next house, what is happening to my friends, what is happening in America, what is happening to this film actor. So I am going to collect all these stories. In course, all these things turn into a gossip, because when I collect more information which is of no use for me directly, then that becomes heaviness for me. I load myself, and that load or heaviness I have to throw again to others. Then I will search people and then gossip, and then that leads to some kind of difference of opinion, and that person will tell another person, and there will be a bad image for me, and that person may give negative criticism, and where I become victim of that. So the negative cycle means where I use this curiosity instinct meaningless, useless, where I don't need actually. So there, of course, I have to avoid or keep myself safe, protected, and self-supported. So with this attitude, what happens? Not only I learn many good things in my life, I feel proud of myself. And a person who feels like this, he will be showing a true light to others, showing path, right path to others, because people can rely upon him for any guidance. Otherwise, I have more negative thoughts. Then any person brings small problem, I cannot solve it, because I become irritated. I lose my temper, because here nothing is clear.
Can we conclude it like that? If we channelize this instinct of curiosity, not only that it will be beneficial for our own personal needs, but naturally we will be helping others.
Yes, because when I have a worthy information, wherever I go, I share the same. If I hold garbage, wherever I go, smell will spread. If I have scent in me, then wherever I move, I need not forcibly give. It just spreads automatically. So this is a beautiful concept that we have to learn in our life, and that's why we see in families people who learn many unwanted things, having quarrels and conflict, misunderstandings, and then they say, I did not sense like that. Then that becomes a very big issue. Then breaking of relationships, breaking of families, and breaking of so many things, and there once again they can't come together. So even small things lead to many big damage.
Putting it in a nutshell, we need to be very careful. We need to look into ourselves and be in a constant watch of how we are using this instinct
Yes.
of curiosity, because as you said, it can be very damaging if we are not very careful as to how
We
we are
can just
using it.
understand our intellect is like a valuable box. You have to put only diamonds in it, not pebbles.
I think that is a very good image which
Yes.
all our audience can hold it in mind. It is a beautiful box and only good things need to go in. So Benji, concluding the episode, can we have a small meditation?
Sit in a comfortable position, relax whole body and mind. Visualize your whole body through the eye of your mind. Allow your body to be seated in a comfortable position. Gently visualize a wonderful shining star in the center of your forehead. The living energy in this body, the most wonderful thing in this world. I am a spiritual being living in this human body. This body is a beautiful instrument to act in this world drama. But I, the spiritual being, have the choice what to do and what not to do, what to learn and what not to learn, what to think and what not to think, what to speak and what not to speak. I, the spiritual being in this physical body, try to spread the positive vibrations by learning positive knowledge which gives me wisdom, which I can share with others. I now understand the point of light is twinkling star in my forehead, which has come to this world of action from far off land of silence, which is beyond this world of sound. When I think of that abode of silence, I feel immense peace, tranquility, and my mind becomes composed and relaxed. I now understand. In this universe, there are more wonderful things. I constantly choose, select to make myself, my life more meaningful, more worthy, and attain a deep sense of happiness. Whatever I earn in this material world, I leave it here and go, but I carry the immense happiness, the wisdom in myself, even to the next future birth. This is a wonderful phenomena to understand. Being in this awareness, I have deep control on my powers within. Either it is thinking, choosing, or acting. With this awareness, I become master of my life and I don't become slave or influenced by anyone and anything. Om Shanti.
Thanks a lot, Benji. Meditation always is very relaxing, and it is said that meditation can heal us also from deep within. So, I think in all our episodes, coming episode, we will put aside the last few minutes for meditation because our audience can also participate in it, and especially for today's meditation and for all those wonderful gems of knowledge you shared on curiosity. Thanks a lot on behalf of all the viewers. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. So, dear friends, we are all set for a new series of Light of Knowledge, and today's discussion especially revealed something very important. It is very important to find out the chief definite purpose of our life, because unless and until we are sure to where we are heading, all these curiosity and all these wonderful instincts that we have cannot be channelized for proper use. So let us make it a definite purpose of our life to understand about this instinct and to channelize them in the proper way. And especially about the last part of meditation, it is my request to all of you that take part in it with full attention, set aside every other trivial matters which you have, and utilize these 5 minutes to the maximum so that it become a very important part of your day-to-day life. And thanks a lot for joining today, and I hope that we will be continuing together in this journey of Light of Knowledge. And take care until we are back with another wonderful episode of Light of Knowledge. Thanks a lot once again.